Hello. I'm in, my name is Mia. Today I'm going to be presenting on the song called Ripped and Wed by Julie Giroux. Super cool lady. You'll see later one of my little backgrounds are all festive to a favorite game of mine, so I'm actually super excited to be presenting this. So, a little bit of history on the origin of this piece. Julia wrote Ripped and Wed in 2013 for a man named Dennis Fisher, where it then premiered at the University of North Texas Wind Symphony, October 24th, 2013. So it's relatively new, about 11 years old now, almost 12. Um, so she has many other features in television, film, video games, and soundtracks dating back to 1984. Um, and she's still working to this day. She is alive and well and still producing, so that's really awesome. She's also won some Emmy awards for being Best Director. I'm sure she will continue to do so, especially if the long lost Skyrim ever comes out with any more DLC packs. But we will see, huh? So, some production background. I don't know why my thing cut it off, but I can't move it, so we'll continue. Um, So Ripped and Wed was produced to be the background track during the side quest of the wedding ceremony in the city of Riften in the game Skyrim. Um, I think it really embraces the medieval tone of the game and like the very old age aspect it has to it. It makes you feel like you're on the cold, damp sidewalks of Riften. Um, I think it makes it really feel like a real wedding could be, like during these ages or, around the general time that it was based on. Um, so yeah, it's the background to the soundtrack during the wedding ceremony. It carries a lot of romantic elements as well as keeping the old medieval feel, um, which you will see later, me and my Skyrim wife. So I okay, so it only took about 7 tries, but we were here and I got the video embedded. So we're gonna watch about a minute and a half from this video. So here we go. I would get married to this. I might get married to this actually. Okay, where's it? Okay, goated. Anyways, super, super sick. 10 out of 10. Um, anyways, just listen to the whole thing because it's like really, really cool. So, yeah, I will be getting married to that, by the way. So to continue. So I'm not too sure what happened there, but anyways, some key notes. Anyways, so as you can see, there was kind of an intense change in tempo. I didn't really mean tempo as in like speed, but like it just goes from like soft, more like grand and regal and like, ooh, really getting married sort of a vibe. There was a really good harmony, I believe. It wasn't one line of music, it was a lot of instruments, sort of like a choir of instruments. Am I allowed to say that? Um, so yeah, no voices during the whole song, but there is a lot of instruments. This is considered to be a wind band, which is including but not limited to percussion families, flutes, piccolos, and brass and woodwind instruments, which I think we can really hear is like grand, kind of bassy, more high pitched, not necessarily like string instruments or pianos or anything like that. So here I have dance music with the question mark because I think it can be said to be dance music, sort of in the way that, the groom and the bride dance in a way back down the aisle after they're married. Like maybe like the special walk up the aisle could be considered dance, but I think that's really up to the interpreter. If we're thinking like some Russian jigs, sorry, um, then no, probably not dance music. Um, so I think there is also a big use of impressionism in order to, that was two, sorry, typo, convey the intense yet happy and serene components of the wedding. It's like, wow, they're really getting married, but it makes you feel like kind of nervous for some reason. Not 100% sure that was intentional, but I sure felt it. Um, and Julie also likes to incorporate a lot of pop, classical and cinematic elements into her productions, make it very theatrical and, like I said earlier, grand, while also making it, pretty classy to wedding music, I would say. Hmm. So continued. There was a few questions I noticed, but not much could be answered here because there is really no other history towards peace other than to the game development to be a sentimental part of the game. There's not a whole lot of love and happiness in the game, besides the wedding. So I think that's, yeah, self-explanatory. So there was also no timeline, like no specific time, like period, like Renaissance or Romantic period, because it was really recent, as in 2013. Um, so there was also not really any specific way for it to be played. It was really just for fun, just for credits and for the piece. Um, probably played the capture Probably played to capture the ambience of the old world and the very mere happiness that we see from this scene. And for the story, I think there was a decent story. I apologize, my roommates keep walking in. But anyways, back to like what I was saying, there was a story, but the story is really just, getting married in the world of Skyrim. Kind of a scary situation. So anyways, what we have here, this was my wife Lydia. She's like either locked away on the Xbox far away or probably dead because that game's a little bit brutal and I was kind of a not nice player. So, no, and like the way that like I'd make her go first to like kill stuff because I was too scared. Not like anything weird. So, anyways, some fun facts about Julie as we wrap up. So, something pretty neat. She claims to be part of the LGBTQ, classified as lesbian actually, so pop off queen. Um, So another really cool thing I found was called the Integrity March, the first movement of Giroux's Symphony Number 3 titled The No Finer Calling, was performed by the president's own band conducted by Cole Jason K. Fedig. Don't mind me. But this was all played during Vice President-elect Harris was introduced during the ceremony. This is like his walk-on song, like we see in like, WWE and stuff. So I thought that was like pretty neat. So I don't really have anything else to back it up other than, really cool. I guess that there is some things, if you haven't played the game Skyrim, you would know just how well this tune captures the exact scene of the wedding. I'm sure it also helps me because I've played through the game quite a few times now, but some background on the game definitely makes it make sense. So, a little bit more history before I, chop this off. The spouse, so whoever you're getting wedded to in the game, is meant to fight for you and die for you in a sense. So I believe that the intensity that this piece sort of brings out also is really bringing out, like the until death do us part, because you are probably guaranteed to die in the game. It's kind of a hard game, so it's like really sad and sentimental, but it also is intense and it really brings out that part of the, wedding aspect. So, um, I think that is pretty much all. Um, Professor Baldoni, you're super sick. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Lots of love. Have a great winter break.